All right, Becky, an important part of the recycling process is what you do is taking these recyclables that get sorted by Rumpke and finding end users or manufacturers who are going to turn these into new great products. So let's talk about that for a little bit. Let's start with paper products, things like pizza boxes and delivery boxes, cardboard boxes, magazines and cartons and tissue boxes and shoe boxes. What do these items become?
Yeah, so all of the fiber items that we put in our bins, we sort them at our MRFs, and we gather full truckloads of those that go to different paper mill systems. And all of the products here, these fiber items, they get pulped at those different paper mills, and they are taking the good fibers, which there's a lot of great fiber in all of these items, and they use those good fibers to make new corrugated boxes. Just like this one here, you'll see those and all that e-commerce that you buy that comes to your door every day. I know it comes
every
there.
Single day, it seems.
That likely has recycled content that comes from fiber that we put in our recycling bins.
So if we want to make sure that those deliveries keep coming in those boxes, keep recycling our paper, correct?
Absolutely, all of it,
Great.
yes.
So let's move on to, what about glass bottles like we have here, or from a beverage container? I know we don't have an example, but like a pickle jar or something like that. What happens to glass?
So glass, Rumpke is so proud. We have a Dayton glass plant, and we are one of the few people in the country, one of the few haulers that has its own glass recycling plant. And all of the glass from all that we collect and sort out at our material recovery facilities goes to our Rumpke Dayton glass plant. And there, we're basically making small pieces of the glass so that we can look it over for the good glass. We're going to sort out if there were any metal lids or even plastic lids, and we make a great glass product, and that product that we make out of Dayton gets shipped primarily to companies who are making insulation, but they can also make some of our users make it into new bottles that you may be buying your next beverage in.
That's great. So the insulation in our homes or inside of businesses are coming from recycled glass bottles, or even other glass bottles as well. Great to know. What about some other items here on the table?
Yeah, so a big one is all of the Hdpe. So that would be things like laundry detergent bottles or milk jugs. Again, we sort them out at our material recovery facilities. We generate full truckloads of each of these items, and anything in HD that's in a color, so like this blue bottle here, it will typically go to one of our users who's making drainage tile that will go when you're building a building, and it's going to hold all your piping. A lot of the bottles, like the milk jugs that are this clear color, we call it natural. This actually will typically go into a new bottle. So most often, like, you know, a spray cleaner in your home, that likely will have milk jugs that have been recycled to make it. One of the other plastics, this is our highest plastic that we generate, highest by volume, is all of our PET bottles. So that's water bottles, these 2-liter bottles, you know, different beverage bottles. And what we do, again, we sort them, we get them ready for our users, and they are doing a couple of things with PET bottles. It can go back into making a new bottle, but it can also go into things like strapping, which is very important to the manufacturing supply chain.
And something we you know, don't want to overlook this, but a butter tub, one of the newest items that we've added into our acceptable items list, things like butter tubs and yogurt cups. What do these become?
Yeah, and so, you know, adding polypropylene early this year to our acceptables list was very exciting. We're always happy to add things that people can put in their bins and divert from the landfill. After we've sorted this, we have a couple of great users who are most likely making consumer good products. So think of maybe like a deodorant stick, or it could even go into some underground piping that they use recycled polypropylene to make.
Absolutely phenomenal. It's always great to add new items to the list that our customers can recycle more and more of. All right, so let's talk about aluminum beverage cans.
Right, Jonathan. So all the aluminum cans get sorted out at the MRF, and we ship the various loads of just aluminum cans to our users, and they are turning this into sheets of aluminum that will then go into making more aluminum cans.
And is it still true that it only takes about 60 days for those to become a new aluminum can?
Yes, this is a quick process, and this is definitely one where mining the natural resource, which is bauxite, is so much more, costs so much more energy than recycling this can. So this is a really important one that we think about the natural resource that would have made this can if we don't recycle it, and the big environmental savings by recycling this.
And that's an important component as well, is that all these products that we're recycling, if we weren't making new products out of these items, we'd have to be using natural materials to make them. And so our final item is steel food cans.
So after we sort out the aluminum cans, we sort out all of our steel food cans. We generate full truckloads of these types of cans at each of our MRFs, and again, we ship them to our users who will make new steel products, sometimes in the building industry, to make out of recycled content out of the steel cans that we recycle here at Rumpke.
Becky, thank you very much. It's always great to see what happens to our recyclables now. We just encourage our customers and the communities that Rumpke services to recycle more, because the more we recycle, the more they become great products that we use in our everyday lives. Becky, thank you so much. Great job. Give this video a like and make sure you stay tuned for more.